Today was the first chance I got to meet Devin, and boy, I could just, feel his passion. And based on his impressive bio, Devin has enough Emmys to take care of his living room, his kitchen, his dining room, or as my wife would say, get those things out of my house and put them in the garage. 33 Emmys for Devin. And here to introduce Devin is Jeannie Scott, co-owner and producer of American Dream Cinema, and also an honored member of the Silver Circle. She has been working in television film industry since right after the dinosaur age. Those are her words, not mine. Together, I'm just reading the script. Together, Jeannie and Devin have produced commercials and short films that have been awarded many Emmys for their work. Take it away, Jeannie.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Wow, did we get tricked? I mean, we thought it was alphabetical. We were expecting Suzanne, and I was making faces at her. Anyway, thanks for all of our friends and family and colleagues for coming. It really means a lot because it's a special event. Devin and I have been married 30 years in July. So that's kind of exciting. And then also, we've been in the same business together for those 30 years, and we still work together. So, but let's see. I have notes here. I just want to see if everybody's going to quiet down. So already said some of the stuff I was going to say. Devin was so long ago, like one of the first people to do the beta testing for the Media 100 and for Avid, which, obviously is a long time ago. Remember how that nonlinear was super exciting? Now like it's just old boat. But anyway, so he did that, and then that was shortly after he had graduated with honors from SDSU's department. And so after that, he's won the 33 Emmys, but for directing, for sound design, for writing, for cinematography, and writing. Oh, no, I said writing. Editing, thank you. Yeah, I knew that. So, yeah. So anyway, he's a really smart guy. He's a creative guy, and I really appreciate that he still puts his heart into telling a story. And I couldn't be happier to be married to him and be his partner in work. Now I bring you Devin.
I gotta be first? Oh man. I honestly, I don't know if any other inductees feel this way, but I am suffering from a severe case of imposter syndrome. Like, even after those nice things that people said about me, I can't believe I'm here being inducted into the Silver Circle. That's Artie Ojeda right there. and Bridget Naso, and did you see Ken Kramer? Ken Kramer's right there. This is like the Legends Club. I still feel like that college kid waiting for my big break, but my joints and knees are telling me otherwise. So, fundamentally, when it comes down to it, I am just a storyteller. So I want to tell you a story. When I was a young boy, probably about 5 or so, my father took me to Wells Park, and as we walked, he held my hand, and I vividly remember him starting to go faster and faster. It was a trot, and then a jog, and then I was running as fast as I could. And then, before I knew it, he had lifted me up off the ground, and I was flying. And I couldn't believe, as a kid, that somebody could go that far, that fast. And he showed me what was possible. And that would kind of be the theme of my life, would be people I love and admire lifting me up and showing me what's possible. So my parents are here today. Thank you. And I have to tell you guys that none of my accomplishments would have been possible without your love and support. These guys actually paid to send me to film school. That's how much they love me. And I know I inherited my creativity from them because my father used to be, back in the day, was a professional photographer. And my mother is an artist and talented. She can draw and paint and sew. And many a time I'd call her up and say, hey, Mom, I need a Egyptian pharaoh costume tomorrow. And she'd say, what size? So, I love you guys, and thank you so much for your support. So while I was at San Diego State, do I have any other Aztecs here? Whoop, whoop, yes. So back in 1989, when I was in school, I met the San Diego Film Commissioner, Wally Schlatter, and he is also a member of the Silver Circle. And he was my first industry mentor, and I can remember spending many afternoons hanging out by his pool with other filmmakers and writing scripts and watching movies and talking about all the wonderful films we were going to make, like we're moguls. You know, do you remember that, Wally? It was a magical time, and his generosity is unmatched. If you know Wally, you know he is an expert in the big picture. And over the past 35 years, I've had the pleasure and honor to work with him on many a project where I stood on his shoulders. Sometimes literally, I stood on his shoulders to get the shot. You know, he's kind of a tall guy. But right out of college, I started to work for Wayne Brubaker at San Diego Video and Film. Wayne is actually one of the smartest people I've ever met. He taught me how to work smarter and not harder. You know, I honestly think, Wayne, if I had stayed with him, I would be a multimillionaire by now. But unfortunately, I took the artist route, and so in my retirement, I look forward to greeting you all at Walmart. Around that time, I had a producing partner. His name was Chris Pakala. He was my best friend in college and my champion. Nobody believed in me like Chris did. You know, he bought me a leather jacket, told me to grow my hair long, bought me some boots, and he even changed my name to Devin Scott, so which is more film director-ish. So, and it worked. You know, he knew every key to unlocking every door, and he was never afraid to fail, which, you know, made it a lot easier for me. Just, you know, giving me the freedom to do what I needed to do. So, you know, the first Emmy we ever got together, he loved that thing and would take it everywhere he went, and he would show it to people like, oh, that old thing? Like, that's my Emmy? We had big plans. We were going to make films together. We even had some meetings at some Hollywood studios to pitch our projects. It was an exciting time. We were 24. Then I got the phone call that he was killed in a car accident. And when he died, all of our big plans died with him. At his funeral, his mother gave me his Emmy, and it was in a shoebox in about 20 pieces, still covered in dried mud from the accident. Chris taught me the most important lesson I would ever learn, and that is to be thankful for every moment you have, to be grateful for everything you have. And so I would like to take this opportunity to show my gratitude to the Academy for giving me the professional validation I've had over the years. It's given me so many friends, meeting people on the board, and just becoming a family. I have to thank my sister, my older sister, for supporting me all these years and for her shared love of cinema. I have to thank Don Swadley for showing me what being fearless is like. I have to thank Sue Norberg for being our good luck charm and being our favorite actor and being in so many wacky projects and just doing it for the fun of it. Thank you. I have to thank Rob Amato, our favorite cinematographer, for just being such a good friend and sharing your talent with us. Mark Peterson, you were an amazing producer, and I have to thank you for all the years of great work we did together. I know your attention to detail, especially in sound, has probably made the difference between being just a recipient or being a nominee and a recipient. So thank you so much. In fact, I got so many friends that came here today to support me, and you've all made a huge impact in my life. And I just want to say how much I thank you, and say how much I love you guys. So, anyone who has an Emmy realizes the risk of saving their spouse to the end. What if you get played off with music, or is there going to be a big hook? You're going to run out of time, or are you going to get flustered and forget to thank them? Fortunately, I don't see a big hook, and that's good. And Jeannie is unforgettable. So there's nobody in my life who has inspired me more, who has just saved me more, and who has just been so graceful and given her charm and her time and effort and love into our relationship and our business. And I look forward to whatever adventure comes around the corner. So I love you, Jeannie, and thank you. And so in closing, I would just like to acknowledge that I realize how blessed we are to be in this business, to be the storytellers of our generation, to carry the weight of inspiring the thoughts and imaginations of the next generation with purpose and passion. It's a big responsibility, but a big honor. Brave people tell important stories, and I can see that this room is filled with brave people. You never know who you may lift up and show what's possible. I'm sharing this with you, Chris. Thank you.